Oh, I didn't realize this was going to start recording. So here's a little whoopsie-doo of me putting my shawl on. Wow. Cute. Let me get my hair out of there. Oh, yes. I can't believe I freaking made this. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. This looks weird. Okay, well, it's fine. It's pretty fine. It's pretty fine. Cute. Awesome. Wow. Incredible. Let's make some coffee. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Krafty Kristina Podcast. My name is Kristina. I'm crafty. I am your host, and I am so excited to be here. It has been so long. It has been so long since I've podcasted, and I am so excited to show you the things that I've been working on, the things that I am excited to be working on, some things I've actually finished in this crazy couple of months that I've had, and I can't wait to catch up with you and share it all. So grab your knitting, grab your drink of something cozy. It's September 2nd, so it's pumpkin spice season in my life. Get your PSL, come sit down, and let's get to catching up. Welcome back, everybody. How have you been? I hope there's people that still like me here because it's been so long. I think the last time I recorded a podcast was in January, and it's September. So just saw a little chipmunk scurry across my porch. I'm in a new place. I have so many things to share with you. I don't know. Just to clear the air. I don't know. Not like I need to give you an explanation. I just really haven't been knitting a lot this year. This past year has been really crazy and, dare I say, probably the worst year of my life with the challenges. And if you're new here, I'm coming to you from Western Pennsylvania in the Pittsburgh area. And if you're not new here, you know that I'm still in this area. I think some things I had posted on Instagram had some people concerned I was going somewhere else. I'm not, because we were moving, which I'll get to in a minute. But I think I really underestimated how many large changes happened immediately after we relocated last year from living in Las Vegas. There were so many things that I've learned are different about living in this space as an adult. Like the last time I lived here, I was not a working young professional. I was a child and I was in college, and essentially had no responsibilities. I mean, that's not all true, but reacclimating to the climate and how slow paced everything is here as opposed to like a huge city like Las Vegas where I had been for 5 years. It was just a lot. We also had some other challenges along the way, like starting a new job where I was sometimes working 90 or 100 hours every 2 weeks because my team is small and I'm in nonprofit fundraising. And our organization, my particular chapter's territory is most of Pennsylvania and half of West Virginia, so that's a lot of space. So trying to just navigate all of the new things and readjusting to living in snow. Seasonal depression, I have that. I didn't realize. It was really a lot. I was stressed a lot. And I just really, ironically, wasn't knitting, even though it's a huge stress reliever for me. I was just really focused on surviving. That sounds so terrible, but I wasn't finding joy in a lot of things. And so I think I'm kind of out on the other side of that. I've been at my job for a year. Another huge factor that was extremely stressful was the first week of Vlogmas. I found out that I had been suffering carbon monoxide poisoning for almost 2 months. in the rental unit that we were in because their gas furnace had not been maintained for as long as I've been on this earth. Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 27. So I'll let you chew on that. But gratefully, Zach was okay because he was working outside of the home and he was an independent contractor for some time. And he was gone for like 10 or 12 hours a day sometimes. Whereas I worked from home and I never left. So I've been suffering some health things since then, particularly some pretty serious memory loss. It's shifted a lot in the last like 8 months. But I'm still trying to recover from that. And we also were, I don't really want to share too much about this, but we were really trying to legally find a way to get out of that situation. So we ended up being able to move out, and we found a new place that we love, which we're here now. And honestly, I don't think I've ever loved a place so much, except the place that we called our home in Las Vegas. And it wasn't going to be ready till the end of July, and we were moving out in May. So we ended up moving back in with the lady-in-law, and unexpected, but again, we're just incredibly grateful to have family and friends that care for us the way that they do. So we're finally out on the other side of it. My job has slowed down. We went from having 3 people last year to 9 people. So my hours are better. My life is better. I feel safe in my home, which is great. But I think the best part is that, I don't know, I feel like I'm finding joy in my life. I think there was a time this year where I never thought I would feel like me again. And we were contemplating if it was a mistake relocating, because there was so much stress happening that we couldn't find the joy in the place that we were. Like, we weren't hiking. We didn't have a favorite breakfast spot. Like, this is like a silly thing, but we love making homemade pizza. But we are really bad at making the dough. So we had a place that we always went to that had great pizza dough in the desert that we would just buy and come home and make everything else. And it was awesome. And we still don't have that here. So, you know, as silly as that sounds, it's just taken us a lot longer to adjust, and we've had a lot of hurdles along the way than we expected. But we've been in this place for 6 weeks now, and truly I'm happier than ever. And hopefully you'll see this and notice in the amount of knitting that I have to show. So I don't know, that's where I've been. Sorry if you missed me, or sorry to me if you didn't. I don't know. I just, I'll get into the knitting here, but when I started this channel, it was really, really important to me that I was true and authentic, because I really feel too much on social media and YouTube and just everywhere in the world, TV. It's just, we're showing things that people showed like their picture perfect parts of their lives. But that's not actually how life is. It's a journey. There's mountains and there's valleys and there's ups and there's downs, and sometimes you plateau and it's great. You're like, wow, I'm not going anywhere. It's just nice to be where I am. But it's important to me to show you like what real life is. Along with knitting, I'm very much a realist. So, I didn't really want to start this podcast on kind of a sour note, but this is the 3rd time I've recorded it, and it's the first time I haven't shared without crying. So, anyway, I'm very happy to be back, and I have so many things to show you. I'm finally knitting again, which feels so freeing, and actually is truly helping my stress levels. So cheers to that. I'm going to actually show you some finished objects, and if you didn't notice, this is one. So I'll show you this first. This is my shawlography. I don't really know if there's a good way to show this. So I'm just gonna try and show it to you like this, I guess. This is the Shawlography, a Crazy Town USA shawl pattern by Stephen West of West Knits. This was the 2021 fall mystery shawl knit along, which is 100% my favorite time of year. It feels like Christmas to me. I know I'm not alone in feeling like this. It took me a really long time to knit this. Honest to God, I don't even remember my yarns anymore. So maybe go back and like watch some episodes. I've got like, it's really like, I've got some yarns from like Vegas. I've got some like deep stash in here. I'm trying to remember what else. There's just so much in here, so I can't really tell you the colorways or anything like that, but I can tell you that it is a masterpiece. And that's it. I hated it. I will never knit it again. That's dramatic. But it's very crazy. I didn't really enjoy some of the techniques, and what I love the most about these mystery knit-alongs is it challenges me. It's an adventure. I'm very much a process knitter. Now, do I love enjoying when I knit and wearing it after it's done? 100% yes. 100% yes. But I don't know. This was like so busy for me, and it was so like, there were times where I was just over it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to work on this anymore. So it took me a long time, but it's finished and I'm really happy with it. So I think it's really bright and fun, and just saw another little chipmunk scurry across the porch. I don't know. I just really like it. I think I finished it just in time to give myself a little bit of time to recover, because the next one is starting and I maybe already picked my yarns for it. So that's this. If you don't know what the West Knits Mystery Knit Along is, I highly recommend it. It is for adventurous beginners, I think. Basically, the designer designs a shawl. It's every October. Beginning in September, you can purchase like the introduction to the pattern, and it will tell you what size needle you need, what notions you need, stitch markers, all that, and then how much yarn and what the yarn should be doing, and that's it. And then every week in the month of October, trying to put this back on is so challenging. Excuse me while I struggle. Every week in October, I think it was on Friday last year and maybe the year before when I did it, but why? Hold, please. Why am I having such a hard time putting this back on? Where's the other side? Okay, here. Oh my God. Okay. I'm a mess. Anyway. At the end, like one day a week, every Friday or every Thursday or something, you get a new section of the clue to knit, and you don't know what you're knitting. Sometimes there's spoilers, like you can seek out the spoilers if you want. I did the Slipstravaganza Mystery Knit Along 2 years ago, and I peaked because I was so excited. It was my first one, but this past year, I don't really think I looked. I don't remember. Memory loss. I really can't remember. But I think my intention was I wasn't going to peak and I wanted to be surprised, and so I was avoiding spoilers at all costs. So I think after like October I ended up looking because I was like, I'm sick of knitting this. But yep, that's it. That's my first finished object. My next finished object, I started these rainbow socks. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't freaking know when I worked on these. These are just like finished things I've actually finished this year, and that's it. So I finished these. This yarn is called Retro Zebra, I think. Retro Zebra. I think by a dyer named the Spun Bunny that's local to Pittsburgh. I don't think they dye anymore, but I got this at my local yarn store. I'll give you a close-up of the yarn here. My local yarn store is Rags Fiber Arts. Tony is the owner and my friend. I've been going there pretty much every Friday to knit this entire summer because my organization celebrates Summer Fridays. So I get done early and I've been treating myself to that, and I've been making some friends, and like that's just been like lifting my spirits and the stress of everything. I got this there. I think I got it during the yarn crawl last year when I first moved back in July or August something. It was super fun to knit with. I think if you've been here, I cast on a shawl when I was having a bad day in this colorway, and then I ended up ripping it out because I realized I had been doing the yarn overs backwards, and then I never touched it again after my bad day. So I knit some socks out of it, and the pattern I made up. I don't know. Actually, I always follow the Crazy Sock Ladies. I knit my socks on 9-inch circulars. So I always follow Kay of the Crazy Sock Ladies 9-inch circular vanilla socks tutorial. That, and there's a free one actually that I learned to knit my socks with first. It's like my favorite vanilla socks, the unapologetic knitter. It's free. It's kind of confusing, especially if you've never knit socks before. But if it's a good guide. But I think Kay's patterns are always very specific, and I like the videos that go along with her, especially when I was learning to knit socks. I watched those a lot. And also I had a couple friends help me. So, yeah. So I loosely followed that, but I think I saw she maybe did. There were a lot of people that were doing a 3x1 rib, and I liked the way that it looked, so I wanted to try it because I heard the fit was good. And someone at my local yarn store also said that they have somebody that loves ribbed socks. So I intentionally knit these for myself. I did knit 2, purl 2, cuff. I cast on 64, size 1, Chalgu. Might even have one, maybe not. 9-inch circular. I did 20 rounds of knit 2, purl 2 for the cuff, and then I did knit 3, purl 1 for 50 rounds for the leg. I do a heel flap and gusset, so I did a stitch. Oh my god, a slip stitch heel flap. Which honestly, I have found I was doing the modified Ive partridge heel for a while, and I think it's so beautiful, but the rotary pleats and like the counting in my head is just like hard, and it was making me dread doing a heel flap when I really don't hate them that much at all. So I found I enjoy knitting the heel more if I do a slip stitch heel flap. So I just been doing that on my socks basically this whole year. And then I decreased to 60. Actually, I don't think I decreased to 60. I've been on regular vanilla socks for myself. I've cast on 64, but I decreased to 60 on the foot. I didn't do that here because of the ribbing. And then I did the ribbing 3x1 on the top, regular schmegular vanilla on the bottom, rounded toe. I tried them on and I didn't like them. I'm so dramatic. I tried them on. I didn't like them. And so now I'm actually going to gift these to my childhood best friend, Janice, because I know that she will love them and I love her. So I finished those. The next thing I finished, you're really going to laugh, like I surely haven't finished anything this year, are these socks. I was really trying to participate in summer sock camp. Like I had 20 pairs of sock yarn. 20 pairs, you know what I mean? I had like 20 skeins wound or something crazy town. I was so ready. We were moving in with the lady-in-law. Like I thought I was gonna like veg out and knit all summer long super fast, and then I just like didn't. I started going to the gym. We were hiking. Like I was just relaxing and living my best life in a safe space where someone fed me dinner that I didn't have to cook. And I was snuggling the baby cat and I was snuggling the dog. And we were running around with the chickens in the gardens, and it was great. It was great. And so these are the only socks I finished for summer sock camp. And they are for the lady-in-law. I feel like I just said her name. But maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't remember. Frick. Anyway, this is for her. Her recipe is 64. Same thing. 64 stitches. Knit 2, purl 2, rib, 20 rounds. I do 50 rounds for the leg, slip stitch heel flap, 50 rounds for the foot after the gusset decreases, rounded toe. That's what she likes. I bought this at the Rags Fiber Affair last year with her in mind. And this colorway is called You Will. I'm trying to think of the dyer. Lazio Ranch. I was going to call it like Land of Sheeps. Lazio Ranch yarns. And that's this. I thought it was really cute. I just feel like these are very, I don't want to say they're very her colors, but I just feel like this is a color that suits her well. I actually really hated knitting with this yarn because after I knitted it up, it reminded me of like grass stains and grape jelly. But they're cute, and I think she's really going to love them, so I'm hanging on to them to gift her for Christmas. This is for the lady-in-law that got the Oopsie Gusset socks, who also put a hole in the toe of those socks. But she was still wearing them. And one day I went to her house and I saw she had her socks and I was like, oh, you're wearing your socks. And I'm like, why is your big toe sticking out? Anyway, so I finished that. And then the last thing that I finished, which I shared on Instagram, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, first of all, you should. Or don't. Do what you want. Live your life. I have been trying to find an easy project to knit that's pretty mindless, that I can take on the go, that finishes quickly, and that would be a good like gift knit. I also have been like kind of considering what can I do to make extra money, because our next move, we're renting a townhouse now, but our next move we really want to buy a house when the market, it's a buyer's market. So we're basically busting our butt. I'm on a yarn diet, and we're trying to save because we had a very rough year, and we were just really ready to like own a home. We really want to own a home. I want to get a dog. I've been waiting all my life for a dog. That's not true. I had 3 dogs when I was growing up, but my personal dog passed away when I was 21, when I turned 21, a little bit after that. And I have been without a dog since. And so I'm trying to get to my place where I could be like a responsible dog owner, which I'm sure I could do with just like finances. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So I was trying to figure out, what can I knit with my stash? What if I go to a craft show? Like maybe I'll open an Etsy. I don't know what my plan is. Or I'll just have like cute things I can give to people that I love. But you know I love knitting for other people, and I do more than myself. So anyway, I'm done blabbing about it. Look at this. Look how cute. This is headband with a twist. It's a DK weight pattern. I have like 1 skein of DK weight. So I've been holding fingering doubled. Oh my God. Fingering doubled. Here's another. I've been obsessed with these. They're so cute and comfy, and it has been like 90 degrees here and hot and humid, and I've been wearing this around the house. Does anybody ever like wear their hand knits? Not because it like makes you feel good, but because you want people to compliment you on them. I've been wearing this shawl and this headband in like Zoom meetings for work, just waiting for somebody to say, wow, you look really cute. So I'd be like, thanks, I made this. Anyway, I think this is going to be so cute. I love wearing my hair up in the winter. I mean, I love doing that all year long, but I hate when my ears are cold. So this one's going to be for me. I'm keeping it. But I figured out that it takes me like, I don't know, 38 grams or something of yarn. 38 or 40 grams. And that I have enough left over after I knit a pair of socks to make one of these. So there goes the rest of my socks. I say very rarely. I literally have never knit a second pair of socks, even though I know I have the urge to do it, out of a yarn that I've already made a pair of socks with. I never do it. So here's my project. Do it. It's a freaking free pattern. I'm sorry. I will link it down below. You all have to make it. It's stupid mindless. Is that my last finished object? These are my last finished objects. So I did 2 socks, 2 ear warmers, and a shawl. And that is all I finished this year. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. But let's get into the whips, okay? Because I've got a couple. And I really was like, I only have 2. And then as I was getting ready for this podcast, I realized I have more than 2. The first one is another ear warmer with the leftover of the lady-in-law socks. That's it. It's super easy. So stretchy. The hardest part is when you bind off, doing the little twisted thing. Both headbands I did the twist-a-ma-do. I undid it 3 times. And it was really frustrating, but I finally did it. I don't know, maybe I'm just seeming challenged, but I wound up basically all the leftovers from my shawlography. And then I've got the cream in here. So I have all those in this basket. I've been I'm going to be honest. I've been seeing people with these baskets and I'm I don't get the hype. I don't get it. Why you want to carry around a basket? What's wrong with a project bag, you know? But then I was gifted this. And then I put all my ear warmers in it. And I'm just so cute leaving the house. I'm getting in the car. Got my coffee. Got my basket. Got my purse. I'm cute, you know? So I feel I'm going on a yarn picnic with this. So, I don't know, get yourself a freaking basket. They're cute, and they look nice, and if you're like me, you've got knitting all over the dang house, and every time you got company over, you're a little stressed, because you're oh, gotta hide my knitting. I'm a little embarrassed. I got so many yarns. We have people coming into town that haven't seen our new place yet, and I'm medium stressed that they're gonna judge me based on my yarn stash right now. You know, maybe I should just forget about it. But this makes it look like it's not really yarn. This is just wow, little cute little decoration. And then secretly you got freaking 3 pairs of socks in there or a shawl or whatever. I don't know. Get it. They're cute. Speaking of socks, got some other whips. I have these in a summer sock camp bag by Mountain State Stitches. Tell me how cute that is. Little freaking roasting marshmallows. You know, I knew I had one project in here, and then I found another one that, if you've been here, you saw my last episode, or if you haven't been here, and you're going to go watch my last episode, you're really going to freaking laugh, okay? First thing I wanted to show you was my second pair of summer socks. Oh, no, I'm lying. I did knit another pair of socks. I knit a really cute pair of striped socks, but I don't know where they're freaking at. I had one more faux. Oh, wow, they're really cute. They're on my Instagram. You can go see them. Maybe I'll show them next time. Anyway, so I did knit 2 full pairs of socks for summer sock camp, and then I quit participating. I also never post them anywhere. I just knit them because everybody's knitting socks. It's fun. Whatever. Anyhow, the other pair of socks I was going to knit is for another lady-in-law who really wants socks. And I went and I picked out this yarn with her in mind. And so same deal here. 9-inch circulars. Yep, here they are. Knit 2, purl 2 for the rib. I cast on 64. 20 inches. 20 inches? Can you imagine a 20-inch long sock? Oh my gosh. 20 rounds. 50 rounds for the leg, slip stitch heel flap. And then I think I'm probably going to add another 5 rounds for the foot for her. And this yarn is also by Lazio Ranch. Do I have the tag? Probably not. I think it's called Confetti. Super cute. Also, Lazio Ranch is, I'm pretty sure, a local dyer. And I got her yarn at the Rags Fiber Affair last October. Twice a year. The next one, I think, is October 22nd. So I'm planning to be there. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you should definitely check it out. I think it's in Delmont. That feels like that's not correct. Sorry, Tony, if I'm wrong. But anyway, be there. I'll be there. It's super fun and cute. Hopefully it's not going to be too cold. That's a whip. The other whip that I found, remember these? I was so I'm going to finish my pair today. You're going to laugh. I'm freaking still on the toe. And I didn't start this toe till like a month ago. They're never finished, but I'll finish them. This is Homespun House. I'm sorry, I really don't know the colorway. I don't have the tag. It's a Homespun House. It was like a holiday set type of thing. Super cute. I went to the Crazy Sock Lady's open studio day, the first one she ever had last year. And I got that there. It was super cute. And they're really snuggly. I can't wait to finish them and wear them because Christmas season, apparently, according to Costco, they had all their Christmas stuff out yesterday. Christmas season is among us, people. It's freaking September, so go get your Christmas tree. Your Christmas lights. The final whip that I have to show you is probably my favorite whip right now. And that is the NYX shawl by Melanie Berg. Here it is. I don't know how I stumbled across this pattern. I think I was looking for like a fingering weight shawl pattern, and I was thinking about how last year during the winter I really needed like more snuggly things to wear, and I do a really good job at knitting for other people, and then I get stressed out and then I'm sad because I'm not knitting anything for myself. So I'm like, freak, you know what? I'm gonna freaking screw it. I'm gonna go buy some yarn for a pattern. And so I did. And I found this pattern. And it is my favorite thing. I don't even know what to tell you about it. I think maybe this is a size 4 needle. I don't know. It's super cute. You use 2 skeins of a main color and 1 skein of a contrast color. It is so mindless. There's a chart. I learned how to read a chart. I'm super proud. And that's it. Here are my colors. I have... This is called Cabernet, and it is by Trilogy Yarns. I really wanted something like Cranberry and Moody. And then I ordered a skein from a new dyer that I found, and I really don't know how I found her. I think it was just like on my Explore page on Instagram. But her yarn is beautiful. Her I don't know, she's called Fuzzy Peach Fibers. So go look her up. She's fairly new. She just released a fall collection. I think maybe the pre-orders are over, but I don't know because I'm on a yarn diet, so I'm not buying yarn. But I followed her and I really liked her, and then I was looking for something to go with this shawl as like the contrast color, and I found this color from her that I ordered at the beginning of the summer. She was doing like a summer sale, and I didn't realize she dies to order, and so I was like bribing myself to finish this shawl in June so that in July I could cast this shawl on. And then I cast this on and I got through the first section and my yarn never arrived, and I realized it was supposed to take like 4 to 8 weeks or something to get there. So then I went to my local yarn store and I got this Malabrigo. And this is what it looks like together. Oh, I have a little tag. I was like, I don't know what the color is. Here it is. This is sock yarn. What's the color? What the hell? Oh, here. 862 Piedras. 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 I don't know. But it looks dang good. And I've just been loving this. It's so mindless. The only thing you have to do is like track the chart because there's a lot of repeats. There's 3 sections. There's like a section with this. There's like little eyelets. And then there's a section that looks like this, that's just section 2. And then there's a section 3 that like helps you grow your shawl. So when you're here, you just alternate between sections 2 and 3. But can you just like look at that? I really wanted it to be very like dark and moody and fall. And I really am enjoying working on this. And I think maybe I have 7 sections left to knit before I can bind off. So I'm so excited. I really want to finish this. I really want to finish it. So that's it. Those are my whips. Honestly, my goals for the month of September are to finish this shawl And I wanted to finish that ear warmer headband, but I think I also might challenge myself to I just need to get the toe off of that sock. Maybe I should force myself to do that today. Finish that Christmas sock, and then I really would love to get the lady-in-law sock in here done as well. The whole pair, not just a singular sock. I think those would be good goals. And honestly, I think September is really going to be full of visiting and car knitting, which is usually where I take projects like socks and that ear warmer. So I think if I focus on my shawl when I'm at home doing like my morning knitting and taking a break in my work day, and like if I'm watching TV or whatever, I mean, I could still do it in the car. I did it for like 2 hours in the car yesterday. But I think if I focus on that mostly when I'm at home and I take those things out on the go, I should be able to finish. Like that ear warmer, super easy. That toe on the sock, super easy. I could probably finish both of those today if I really tried hard enough. I won't, but I could. Anyway, so I'd like to finish those. And once I finish my shawl, I'm going to cast on another Melanie Berg pattern. So the next shawl was by Melanie Berg, and this was really accidental, but she released a new cardigan pattern recently called the Desperate Housewife cardigan. And it's super stripy, and it's like grandpa slouchy. It's got pockets, it's got buttons, and I've never knit a cardigan before. I've never done buttons, never done pockets, but I'm very excited about it, and it was super cute. And I saved it, and then one week when I was at my local yarn store on a Friday afternoon, I was talking about how cute it was and how I totally could bust some stash with it. And a couple of the girls at the yarn store were like, I saw that pattern, I want to knit it too. So if Rags is your local yarn store, we're doing a knit along, and there's no rules, okay? None of us have cast it on. Somebody wants to finish a freaking pumpkin sweater first. Can you catch a theme? We love pumpkins. Anyway, and so I'm trying to bribe myself to finish my shawl before I cast this cardigan on, because I know it'll be easy and pretty mindless for me going into September and October, and then I'll have something extra cozy to wear and cute. So I did a swatch for that, and this was my initial swatch. So I will show you that. And then from here, I realized that these were the colors I wanted to do on my striped cardigan. So the way the pattern looks, if you're not familiar, totally look it up. It's super cute. But you've got like a main color, which is this gray for me. And it's kind of like the border and the collar, and I think the pocket. And then you knit like some chunky stripes, and then you put like a couple of rows, it looks like, of your main color to separate them, which is how I did, here. So it's a little more reminiscent of this. And so I swatched them out, and I decided I wanted to remove the pink and blue because I really want it to be more wearable, as fun as this is. So I swatched those. I'll show you my yarns, and then I have some feelings about it, and another cast on. So my main color will be this gray, which is, it's a fingering. I should also mention, it calls for sport weight, and I just have to tell you, who likes sport weight? Anybody? Is there anybody out there? Like, how? So I'm doing it in fingering. I'm doing it in fingering. And this is my main color. This is from Sin City Knit Shop in Las Vegas. I had 2 skeins of these in my stash. And then I've got this green, which is Trilogy Yarns, in the color forest green. Yeah. And then I'm going to use this mint, which is also from Trilogy. No, it's from Sin City Knit Shop. in Las Vegas. And then I'm going to use, I got this actually for summer sock camp, but I didn't end up using it, is Leap of Faith Yarns. Toasted Marshmallow, I think is what this one's called. Toasting Marshmallows. Okay, I was close. So I'm going to use that. And then I've got, what is that one? I don't know. I really, I stashed dough for this. Some of this yarn I bought, and I really have no idea where it is from. Then I have this, which is Miss Babs. I think maybe somebody gave this to me. I don't know. In Blue Dasher. And then I'm going to use this gold, which I have no tag for. And I have no idea what it is, but it looks really good. So I'm going to try and do some, no, it's not going to work. I was going to say, I'm going to try and do some magic to hold all these up together. That's it. That's going to be my sweater. I also, though, want to cast that on. The other thing I'm really looking forward to casting on, and here's my dilemma, is the next mystery knit along is coming up. The West Knits mystery knit along that I talked about earlier. It was just announced. Yesterday was my birthday, and it was a fabulous birthday for so many reasons. But it was also very exciting because the Twists and Turns shawl is what the mystery knit along is called this year. The pattern you can purchase tomorrow. So when you're watching this, you could probably purchase it, I don't know when this is going up. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. September 3rd. So it's after September 3rd, you can get the introduction pattern. But Stephen West released some videos yesterday on my birthday, September 1st, talking about color placement. And I'm like, can't buy yarn, got to do it from stash. And I was medium worried because some of the spoiler photos and kits he was teasing looked like they had 5 skeins, 3 colors. And there was one contrast color, and then there were two of the colors needed to have 2 skeins, and one color was just a single skein. And I only have, or so I thought, 3 colors that I had 2 skeins of in my stash. One of them was this gray, which I'm committed to using for my cardigan. One of them was this green that is also in my cardigan. And the other was a bear yarn. And I was like, what on earth am I going to do? I'm going to have to either change my cardigan, or I'm going to have to look to see if I have a couple of colors that are pretty similar, which I do have. But then I remembered that I bought this yarn for a rocket tee, 2 skeins of it, over a year ago, probably 2 years ago now. When, I don't even freaking remember when that was. Anyway. This is Madeline Tosh Holy Festival, I think is what it's called. And I'm never going to knit that rocket tee. I'm just going to be honest with myself. It's been there for so long. If I'm going to knit one, it's not going to be in this. So I have 2 skeins of this. So I was like, okay, well, I could totally use this. And I've been dying to use this pink for something. So this, I have 1 skein up. And so I'm like, okay, I need 2 more skeins. So I've got bear yarn, which, it's across the floor. I've got bear yarn, which I don't particularly want to use for this, especially if this is my contrast color. I think I could probably see if my local yarn store lady would dye over it for me. And make me a color out of it, and then I could do that. But then I thought, I'm gonna have to hold, please. But then I thought, if I could sacrifice this color out of my stash, then these 2 could be out of my stash. If I could sacrifice and replace the green in here with another green that I have in my stash, I think it's gonna be a little too yellow, but I certainly could try it. I could do these 2 as the main color and this as the pop, which feels pretty fun to me. Now, I'm going to be honest, if I were making this shawl and I could go buy the yarn, I would not be doing this combination. I probably would do, I don't know, a gray, brown, grayish, very neutral toned something, and have a fall color as the pop. So it'd be a little bit more wearable. I think in Stephen West style, I chose all of these colors last year because I knew it was going to be super fun. And like, I think this is beautiful, but I can't like wear this. I mean, I can wear it to work, but I can't wear it to work, you know? So something more neutral I think would be more fun. I knit my slip extravaganza and I actually gave it to my sister. And it was more neutral and totally my color. So I would love to do something more that speed if I were buying yarn. But I'm not. So this is what I've got. So I think I might have to change like maybe my cardigan plans. I don't really know. It's Friday, so I'm going to go hang out at my local yarn store today and chat with Tony and the ladies there and see what their thoughts are about this. But I think it's totally contrasty enough. And I think it would make something really like crisp and fun. So I definitely wouldn't get bored knitting this. Anyway, those are my future cast-ons. Maybe I'll cast on some more socks. I'll probably won't. I don't know. I'm not really in a sock knitting mood. So that's kind of it for me. I like made a nice little list. That's about it about my knitting. Other things knitting related that are fun. I don't know. I think I was really stressing myself out about like knitting for content or knitting with my friends or knitting what other people were knitting or whatever. And it was just not so fun. And I really realized like how stress relieving it is and how good it makes me feel when I'm like being mindful and practicing that. So I'm really making extra effort in my 27th year of life, but also just in general to be more intentional with my life and with my knitting. So I really was buying yarn for fun for a while, and I know you all have been there. Like you have like 4,000 single skeins of fingering yarn. Like what the hell am I going to do with this but make socks? And that's where I'm at. And so I know I've got a lot of things I can like add together to make a couple colored shawl, or I could knit socks with it and I could do a headband after, or I can do one skein shawl, or, you know, like I've got a lot of opportunities with the yarn that I have. But I'm going to put myself on a little bit of a yarn diet for a while, for real this time, because I want to save for a house. And well, I shouldn't say I want to. I am saving for a house. But I don't know. I just want to knit what I have, and then I'll feel better when I'm ready to buy some yarn again, and I can see a pattern that I like, immediately buy the yarn that I know that I'll love for the project, and just cast it on right away. Like that just sounds like a fun time for me. So I'm really working on being intentional with my knitting, intentional with my content, intentional with my life, and I'm really trying to de-stash. So that's where I'm at. And that's where I'll be. So I am going to take the pressure off myself, and I'm not going to set like an uploading schedule. So if I'm feeling inspired and I'm knitting and I'm excited, I'll be here. And I'll be ready with my knitting and my coffee and an open invitation for you to join me, and we can chat and catch up. But if I don't have anything to share, I'm just not going to come. So I'm probably more active on Instagram, and so please feel free to follow me at Krafty Kristina over there. But that's really about it. Kind of gave a life update already. We're in a new place. I super love it. It's been super great. I am really looking forward to gardening again. I haven't really gardened at all since we moved back to Pittsburgh, and it's probably one of my most favorite things to do. I love it, but also Zach loves it, and so it's something we have fun doing together. And for my birthday, he got me an indoor grow tent, and so we spent Tuesday night like 3 hours almost in our basement setting it up, putting in the grow lights, and I actually started some seeds, which I posted on my Instagram the other day on my stories. But I started some herb seeds because we have great windows in the kitchen and a couple of our rooms here. So I was really hoping to do like a small herb garden indoors, but now that we have a grow tent, we can go back to growing peppers and tomatoes and other things that we really like in the house. So really looking forward to doing that, and maybe I'll share some of that with you. That's kind of it. I don't know if I have anything else, but I don't know, just happy to be here, happy to be back. Thanks for watching if you've stuck around this long. I wish you a very happy September, a very happy pumpkin spice latte season, and happy knitting. I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.